I first came across Plushie Dreadfuls when I kept getting ads every time I was scrolling on social media. Their plushies always caught my attention with how they looked. They're all stitched up, showing their imperfections and representing a specific illness or a disability. This brand slowly began to get a niche following online with how unique they were. Many people love the brand with how many plushies they offer to represent different illnesses, disabilities, and LGBTQ plus representation. So how did this small unique business start? Also, before we start, I'm sorry, I don't own any Plushie Dreadfuls, so I can't really speak on their quality since I've never inspected one in person, and I also won't be able to do 3D turnarounds of them. Plushie Dreadfuls was founded by American McGee and Yenny Young. American McGee is a retired video game developer and created some very popular and notable games like American McGee's Alice and Alice Madness Returns. McGee was offered a job at id Software in 1993, starting off as tech support and quickly climbing his way up to music and designing manager. He worked on many projects like Doom 2, Quake, and Quake 2. In 1998, though, he was suddenly fired from the company. In 2000, McGee worked with Rogue Entertainment and EA Games to create American McGee Alice. The game became pretty popular and was positively reviewed by many. In 2011, he released Alice Madness Returns, and in 2023 proposed his idea for a new Alice game, Alice Asylum. Sadly though, EA Games rejected the idea, thus causing McGee to retire from game development that same year. In 2015, McGee and his wife Yenny Young founded Plushie Dreadfuls. McGee has been open online about his struggles with mental illness and why he decided to create this company. After having to endure CPTSD from childhood trauma, he created this brand in hopes of having others being able to find comfort on an item that can relate to their struggles. Their website states, and I quote, "Our plushies are meant to be tools and guides that help people in their experience with the issues contained in their themes. They don't just advocate for mental illnesses, but also physical disabilities and disorders, LGBTQ plus identities, and emotions humans tend to just feel every day." Every month, the company donates to charitable organizations like Covenant House, Nord, Higgy Bears, and Project Semicolon. Their donations are available to be viewed on their website as well. What makes these plushies even more unique is that they do crowd designing. The design team creates plushies based on people's opinions and feedback through the comments or polls. The audience is able to express their design ideas and opinions on certain topics for a plushie and help create it before the final design is approved to be produced. Sometimes another version of the same plushie can be created over time if the community decides some new changes should be made. Their crowd design page can be found on their website and is active until a specific design closes. Users can also give suggestions for new bunnies to be created for illnesses, disabilities, and other representations that have not yet been made. These bunnies became very popular in the plushie community due to their unique features and representing mental health. They also make their own rabbit designs like Alice and the Zodiac collection. As Plushie Dreadfuls began to grow, controversy began to follow them as years passed by. One big criticism the plushies get is how edgy and offensive they seem.
I have some beef with these goddamn rabbits, alright? Just hear me out. I'm just gonna start with the most egregious shit first. Bipolar 2. If you know, you know. What the fuck is this? They talk about how they're like, oh, it's not just moodiness. Your entire design reflects the fact that you don't believe that yourself. You quite literally just have it dumbed down to happy, sad, day, night, like manic, not manic. That is insane. They have a plushie for adrenal fatigue. Now, if you're not familiar with things like adrenal fatigue, this is pseudoscience. This is not real. This is not a real condition. They aren't even doing enough research into their fucking designs that they don't even know that this isn't real. This is pseudoscience. One Google search will tell you what adrenal fatigue is, and that it is a pseudoscientific term. They just want your money, and they want to make money off the fact that mental health and health right now are really popular in social media because people are figuring out they might be disabled, which is good for you. Nothing against that. But the fact that they're trying to profit off of this is
Many users online have pointed out that the plushies don't make them feel heard, but rather just being used to profit off of people's illnesses. The OCD rabbit brought a lot of opinions on whether it was too disturbing. The description for OCD bunny says, red marks for skin picking and obsessive washing, mask for concern about contamination and germs, red eyes for loss of sleep over intrusive thoughts, removable brain for stress relief. The description also states that the rabbit was designed by someone who has OCD and designed it from their personal symptoms. Plushie Dreadfuls did create a second version for OCD Rabbit, which many liked much more. In 2021, they created Hope Rabbit in association with A.E. Wood Foundation. The foundation was established in 2018 and is a non-profit organization based in Florida. They offer many services for children with autism, including ABA therapy. Applied behavior analysis therapy is very problematic as it encourages children and adults to mask their autism and fit into quote-unquote society. Children are taught to always say yes and follow instructions no matter if it feels uncomfortable or wrong for them. Many adults on the spectrum have spoken out about ABA therapy and how it made them feel ashamed for being autistic and having to hide their neurodivergent selves. For every purchase of the Hope Rabbit, 10% of the proceeds would go to A.E. Wood Foundation. Many people left comments explaining how abusive ABA therapy can be, and American McGee did not take down the rabbit or cut ties with the organization. He had a habit of responding in unprofessional ways to criticism. Many people online shared their opinions on the organization using ABA therapy, and the community encouraged a boycott for Plushie Dreadfuls. It wasn't till 2 years later, in 2023, when McGee made a tweet stating they cut ties with the organization after getting backlash for years. Another major controversy that happened in 2021 is when McGee collaborated with Spores to create NFTs for Anxiety Rabbit and Goth Rabbit. In 2024, McGee went on the Plushie Dreadfuls Discord server saying that being pan was a phase. The screenshots spread quickly through the community and many stopped supporting the brand after this. What caused more of a negative view for McGee is when a user responded back to the message giving their opinion on why the phrasing came off as offensive, and McGee responded back to not come after them as people will be banned from the server if they do. Later, the user was banned from the server, though McGee later wrote on an Instagram reply that the user was banned for other reasons and not because he argued back with him. The Plushie Dreadful server was deleted in less than 24 hours after this, and McGee went on Instagram apologizing about the situation. He states what he meant was that identifying as pansexual became popular for a time on TikTok, and in response, he stocked up on pansexual themed bunny plushies. But when the trend faded on TikTok, the sales of those plushies also declined. He meant to kind of vent out what was happening with the sales of the rabbits not selling well anymore, but it's still really unprofessional in my opinion. Many online users have commented that they stopped supporting Plushie Dreadfuls completely, and McGee later stepped down as CEO, leaving his wife as the head of the company. All his socials are now private, and his bio includes that he does not represent Alice or Plushie Dreadfuls. The company also just has a really bad track record with its customer service and marketing team. Reddit users on the Plushie subreddit have shown how strange their customer service experience have been. This user posted about their options regarding wanting a refund from Plushie Dreadfuls because the rabbit came with a hole. These plushies are $45 each, and the options given for a refund is either $15 back or resending a new rabbit to the customer but needing to destroy the plush they currently have. This year, emails from Plushie Dreadfuls have sent out scare tactic type marketing to encourage people to buy the plushies more. They have been fear-mongering to panic buy due to the tariffs and other political affairs. Also, this email uses an AI-generated image. Another email that was sent out was fear-mongering about the tariffs again and encouraged customers to stock up on rabbit plushies. The email also seems to encourage to buy in large amounts to resell later on, which is not okay. It states, additionally, with the anticipated scarcity and higher costs, some collectors are considering purchasing popular plushies now for potential resale on platforms like eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark, and to buy now to prevent anxiety. Many of their customers have mental illnesses, so to use anxiety to panic buy just doesn't sit right with me. Plushie Dreadfuls, I believe, was created with good intentions, and McGee said himself he has trauma, which he wanted to create a brand that can help others be heard and represented. But over time, bad decisions were made that affected the image of the brand. I won't lie, when I saw their scoliosis rabbit, I was actually really surprised. I don't normally see a lot of scoliosis representation, especially when it comes to plushies. I have scoliosis, so I just found the rabbit really interesting. That's also why I decided to wear this hat. I would like to know your opinion on this brand and if you own any of the rabbits.